Welcome. This is the Metropolitan Council meeting on May 10th. Welcome. I'm Charlie Zelli, Chair, and this is a regularly scheduled council meeting, but we have certainly many special guests, so we're looking forward to a ceremony in just a few moments. But of course, being that it is a regular scheduled council meeting, we have a limited number of business items before us. So we will attend to that and then get to the important work of the day, which is the pinning and the swearing in ceremony of some of our most wonderful, newest Metro Transit police officers. So with that, there is an agenda and it's before you, and unless I hear any strong words of dissent, we will assume that the agenda is approved, and which brings us to the minutes from April 26th. Is there a motion and a second to approve the minutes?
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment, questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes of April 26th are approved. This is the time when we have an opportunity for the public to address the council on issues that are not on the agenda. And I will check and see if anybody has signed up. Nobody has signed up, so unless anyone appears here in the next 10 seconds, we will move on to the consent agenda business items. Is there a motion and a second to approve the consent business items?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The consent agenda and business items are approved. There are no actual reports of the non-consent business committees, standing committees. So there are several on the consent agenda from community development and transportation, no reports from environment and management. And that brings us to other business. And that is business item 108, appointments to the 2050 Transportation Policy Plan Advisory Work Group. And it is my honor to just give a little bit of background about what that is, and then I will make my recommendation, and then we can act. As many here know, the Transportation Policy Plan is actually a major piece of work, one of the systems plans that we do under state statute and also federal requirements. The plan receives a major upgrade along with the regional development guide that we undertake every 10 years. And guess what? We're in the middle of that great work. So we know that this work is no small effort. It requires a lot of deliberation on behalf of staff expertise, and those of us who are council members and other partners and advisors along the way. We have Transportation Advisory Board members, other agencies, as well as a number of council members that are involved in the TPP Advisory Work Group. This is the group that works along with staff and a technical working group of staff representing agencies across the region. This is all advisory. Any kind of formal decisions are made in regular standing committees as well as the council itself, the Transportation Advisory Board, and other bodies that make formal approval. So, but it is nonetheless really important. It's where the work is generated, and I really appreciate those that have been involved in the past. But as it turns out, we have 2 openings for council members. So it's my honor to recommend that we appoint 2 council members, Councilmember Barber, and I'm sorry, in addition to Councilmember Barber and Pacheco, who currently serve on the group, I'm recommending we appoint Councilmembers Diego Morales and Councilmember Susan Bento to join Barber and Pacheco. So My proposed action is that the Met Council approve the chair's recommendation to appoint the following Metropolitan Council members to serve on the 2050 Transportation Policy Plan Advisory Work Group, Diego Morales and Susan Bento. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. Any discussion, spirited debate? It's too late, Diego, you have signed up. And Susan's not here, so hearing no other discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that motion has passed. And we're on to general reports. Does anybody else have any reports before the council? No, and general counsel, do you have any report?
I am not going to stand in between these officers when they're swearing in, so no report.
All right, regional administrator?
The same.
All right, I just want to briefly acknowledge, and we're going to have time to acknowledge this in the future, but our regional administrator is announced her retirement effective June 2nd, and just want to acknowledge that and to briefly admire, on behalf of everybody in this room, all the work that you've provided for this council and for the public sector for so many decades, and we'll have more time for that. But I want to acknowledge that that has been announced and honor that future action. So with that, we're still in our meeting, but we have important work to do. We are going to go forward with our officer swearing in celebration, and for that, I am going to take my gavel and go up to the front, and we'll able to ask maybe those that are being honored to come forward so we can get to meet the officers and all that were here today. I'm going to just make a few quick comments first, but I just really acknowledge what a special day this is for all of us and for all of you and for families. You know, I think that there's no question when you think about the job of being a Met Transit police officer is really an important one and not an easy one. And that's not lost on any of us who are involved in the council, or even if we're involved with being a customer of transit. We really appreciate this really critical role for our institution. And, you know, I think another really important aspect of all employees, but especially police officers, is that you are a visible sign of the values of this agency. Values of not only the integrity, but every other kind of element that we really kind of rely on for this great service that we provide for our traveling public and for our communities. Do you want me speaking at the mic, Greg? Should I start over? I'm not.
Over again.
So I want to also thank the new officers for answering the call, but I also want to thank the existing officers who have been really there through thick and thin and really kind of helping pave the way for new officers and those that will still be coming. You're representing Metro Transit, you're representing Met Council, you're representing the service we provide. And the most important thing is we all know we're in it together to do more than just move buses and trains. We're all about service, all about community. And that community is, of course, changing, and it's always different. And that's maybe part of the allures that we don't offer you dull days. There's always many things to confront. We also know that this is a pivotal time. We have to talk a lot publicly. I do. I know the general manager, Leslie Canderis, and everyone here talks about our commitment to safety and security for both employees and customers. We're guided by an action plan. We know the foundation of the plan is about more officers, more community service officers, more non-employees. We know that it's about training. We know it's about supporting ourselves to make sure that we're all kind of up to the task and knowing that we're taking care of ourselves because we're all committed, and that includes everyone here, that we're committed that you will be safe and that for the families especially, know that we're dedicated to making sure that everybody gets home at the end of the day safely. So I will just reiterate, and then let's get on to the important work, but we just want you to know that we talk about it here, and we talk about what does it take for us to have your backs. And we want to have your backs. So you let us know if we don't, because we know that that's probably one of the most important roles that we can have, is to be foundational as service to you. With that, honestly, friends, families, council members, I'm really thrilled that we're going to be able to go through this what I would expect to be first of many opportunities, Chief, to bring classes of wonderful personnel and the future of our great enterprise. So with that, Chief Morales, I'm going to hand it off to you. Maybe you can help set up, and we can bring our candidates forward, and then well, you decide how to do it, and then we'll be ready to go through the ceremony.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Great.
Good afternoon, and thank you. Thank you for being part of a special day. It's a great day when we get to honor and swear in 3 members who are ready to answer the call of duty, particularly today in the challenging times for law enforcement. We've been going through several years of challenging times when it comes to recruiting, and I appreciate the 3 individuals that are standing here before us to take on the challenge when it's so needed within our communities. But I most definitely want to thank the members of the Metropolitan Council for allowing us to celebrate this moment, Regional Administrator, and our General Manager as well as the members of Metro Transit and our Metro Transit police officers. They're here to support our brothers in arms as we celebrate this accomplishment. Speaking directly to the newest members of our police department, Jared, Colton, Manuel, thank you. This is one of many days that we will celebrate together. We will hug. We're going to cry together as well, I promise you. But I want you to always remember this day and how important it was when you answered the call of duty and the difference you will be making in people's lives. With that said, I'm going to read, so please repeat after me, the 3 of you. You ready? I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer to the best of my ability within and for the Metro Transit Police Department and the State of Minnesota. Thank you. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge and thank the training unit, Captain Aaron Dietz, Sergeant Robert Dorfler, Police Officer Richard Gizzi, Police Officer James Mentor, and he's standing, he's hiding, but Lieutenant Jason Milland for training our candidates and getting them prepared for the challenge that's ahead of them. With that said, I want to invite special guests to please join us in the pinning of these fine three officers. Please, Brenda, Officer Victor Rodriguez, and Zelia. Congratulations. This is a very important moment. I'm glad that you're happy, and I'm going to thank Azalea, I'm going to thank Brenda, and I'm going to thank you, Officer Victor Petrardo, for being part of this important occasion. This is the first day of many celebrations, and I appreciate you being part of it. Please, with that, let's just get together and mingle and acknowledge the special moment. Sir.
Thank you, Chief. Congratulations. And with that business undertaken, it is my honor to call this official, regularly scheduled Met Council meeting adjourned, but now we'll get a chance to visit personally. Thank you. Congratulations.
No, I meant, or